Hello, my darlings. Happy Wednesday. I'm just going to share this live stream. When you all come on, say hi. Let me know you are there. Let me know where you are watching from. Oh, I'm not popped up yet. Where am I? Now, did anyone tune into our live stream yesterday? God, it felt like a lifetime ago. Oh, it was chaos. It was absolute chaos. Share to a page, story share to a group. Have this every single time. Hello, whoever's joined us. Hello, hello. Welcome. Okay, let's do this. Now, if I share that to there, will that come up with the same title? Hey guys, hi Faye. Hello, Helen. Hello, Donna. We're having some luck tonight, guys. We're having luck. Yay. Yesterday was just chaos. Did anyone join in yesterday? Let me just find one more group and then you've got my attention. Did anyone else join in? Oh my gosh, it was chaos. Spirit were playing up terrible. The Wi-Fi was going, there was background noise, it was just absolute chaos. But we made it work. When we persevere with these things, we do get to make them work in the end. Why is it that one group won't come up? I keep saying this, don't I, guys? But I'm literally going to do a cleanse of my groups because there's so many. It is crazy. Okay, I've done it. Yay! Right, you've got my attention. Hello, my darlings. Welcome back to part 3 of 3 of our psychic preschool training. Who's excited for the last session? Let me know. What have your thoughts been so far, apart from the chaotic day yesterday? But the live stream, if you actually persevered and managed to stay to the very end of that live stream, oh my God, it was incredible. And the first live stream we did on Monday was literally, those 2 live streams have been the best ones I've ever done on this training. And I've done this course so many times, and literally the power and the forces and the spiritual aspect, it was just incredible, absolutely incredible. Loved it. So if you did miss the first live stream, I'm very, very sorry, but basically what happened is when I woke up in the morning, I was logged out of Facebook and I was like, oh, okay. And then it went through all this protocol thing with me and it was saying, is this you? Do you have this email address? And I was like, that's not my email address. So I think somebody had tried to unfortunately get into my account unsuccessfully, pleased to say. And obviously it got reported and got blocked, so I had to change everything. And then as a result of that, they took down the live video because I think they thought it was some kind of spam or something else, because it got so much interaction on it. It was so chaotic on there. It was like amazing. The energy was fabulous. And I think because of all the comments, all the shares, it might have just gone into like a spam thing. I'm just summarising. I don't really know. I did try and get the live stream back. I contacted Facebook. We've gone into everything we could probably do. And unfortunately, we can't get it back. Once it's gone, it's gone. So that one has gone. However, if you did miss that live stream, try not to worry because we have done previous live streams that were similar content. It wasn't as powerful. I'm not going to lie, it wasn't the one that I'm releasing out to you all, but it is covering the same sort of topics. So that one will be released and all of these will be into the free Facebook group, which is tagged and pinned at the top of this live stream if you want to get yourselves in there, if you're not already in that group. There will also be as well pinned in there the live stream from yesterday. You will need to just persevere with it a little bit because the first, as I say, the first 5-10 minutes, probably a little bit longer, it was just carnage. Literally, my Facebook froze, everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong. And it got to the point where, I don't know if anyone was on here that's watching today, it got to the point where you had to just laugh because it was almost like a comedy act. I was like, what is going on? Like literally, is somebody going to jump out and go, ha ha, you know, we've frozen all your accounts. We just wanted to play you up. I was like, seriously, I'm just trying to do a live stream. What is going on? A live stream all the time. But with the heightened energy of spirit and the heightened excitement of you guys, and obviously you guys being gifted So you can imagine all of those mediums tuning in and all of those spiritual souls tuning in, and then spirit there as well. It was just literally. And poor Becky, she said to me, Becky was our test subject, and she is a lovely, gorgeous soul. And you will have to watch it back because it is really good. And she said, your followers are going to think I'm crazy. And I was like, they're not. She says, but it was so weird. She says, because I sat there and I could hear what you were saying, but then I could hear it twice. And she's then I was seeing the comments, and then the comments were moving too fast. And she's like, I just couldn't keep up. It was just one of them. But anyway, that is just also proof to you guys that this is what they do. They can really mess around with electronics. They can really mess around with Facebook. They can really mess around with Wi-Fi. If they suddenly decide that they want to change things around, they will. If there's a heightened energy, then they will intervene. That's what happens. So at least you witnessed that firsthand. And thank you for not thinking I'm unprofessional and unorganized and not very techy. It is spirit. This is what they do. When I first ran the circles like 2 years ago, and I was doing them online on video screen on Zoom, and we were doing them all around the world. The people that were joining the course were global, they were everywhere. And we all joined in, and it just got to the point where no one could log in. It was just so, like, they were so powerful, these souls. They've all gone on to do mediumship, but they were so powerful that we're literally, it just like, it kept blowing up the whole Wi-Fi system, and everyone kept crashing. Somebody would get kicked out. It was one of them, but everyone knew that's what spirit are like, and yeah, that's normal. And you do get used to it, but you do worry when you're a public figure and you're a leader in this industry and you're trying to help other people and train them, that they might not feel the benefit or actually even bother to stay on the live stream to actually even watch it, because I wouldn't have done yesterday if I was you guys. It was just carnage. But if you can watch it, everyone was saying how amazing it was and how good. So yeah, get yourselves on the replay there. But touch wood, tonight seems okay. So yay, that's good, isn't it? And if you are joining us on replay, give me a hashtag replay. If you're watching this now or in the future, let me know that you are there. And I always like to see who's watched on replay. Also, just to give you a little bit of insight, I will be coming and answering questions on here as well. So please, if there's anything that's been bothering you or anything that's been, troubling you, just make sure that you get the comments on here, and I will come and I will ask them at the end. All right, I'll go through them all at the end. The only thing I would say to you is please make sure you've liked the page that you were on now, the Katie Helliwell Psychic Medium page, because if you don't like the page, for some reason, I don't see the comments until after the live stream. And even then, it sometimes filters them out. So just to make sure I don't miss you and you don't think I'm being rude, please could you just make sure you've liked the page. And also, if you would also like to share the live stream out if you feel it's appropriate and you feel your audience would like it. We don't just do sharing for sharing's sake, only if you feel it would benefit anybody around you or in your community. Okay, so are you all ready, my darlings? Katie, do you use a halo light, as you have the most beautiful rainbow glow around you and I can't stop staring at it? I do use a halo light, I do. It's like a ring light. And today it's been literally like a massive bright beacon all around my head. I've scared most of the people I've been reading for, because I've just appeared like an epiphany, like, oh, just out of nowhere. One lady was laughing at me. She's like, oh, you're very bright and very white. I was like, yes. I was bouncing all the white off everywhere. It was a mirror of my everyday life. I've just had words. Ah, Elaine, yes, exactly. So you know about technology with spirit. Louise is saying yesterday was funny. I was laughing with you. You had to, Louise, didn't you? It's just like, you just have to roll with these things. When you go live, you just have to roll with it. It's just one of them things. It was so funny. I was laughing. Spirits were really playing up. Oh, you all found it funny. You found my distress funny. Not really a distress, was it? First world problems. Hey, Spirit is taking around the houses tonight, but I'm here at last. Oh, see, this is what they do, Elaine. They're little monkeys, aren't they? They really are. So although this is the last live stream training that we're doing here, public one, we will still be giving you, me and Spirit, when I say we, I mean me and Spirit, we will be giving you full support for the rest of September in the Facebook group, which is the free Psychic Preschool Facebook group, which is, as I keep saying, At the top of this live stream, there's some text, and you can click on the link there to join. And just to let you know as well that live Facebook, oh, hello, Laura, darling, you're just here now, just in time even. So the live page is up now on the website if you would like to join the spiritual group after. So Psychic School is actually opening in October. So if you've enjoyed these, if you've enjoyed all of these processes and you've enjoyed all the practices and you enjoyed the support so far and you want to continue with your journey, then get yourself into the actual school. So the preschool is just a way for me to give you something so you can see if this is suitable for you, to see if it's actually something that might benefit you or interest you in any way. And that's why I've designed it. And that's why I stay with you for the whole of September. So you do get the utmost and you do get some support before you leave, because the reason I've done that isn't because I want to make sure that I reach as many people as possible. It's to give you the support to make sure that this is right for you, because it is a big thing to embrace spiritualism into your life and to actually step into this like unknown world, so to speak. It is a real big thing, and I want you to understand what you might be experiencing, what might happen to you, and if you enjoy it and you're finding it fun and you find it informative, then you can carry on with your journey. But if not, and you just wanted to see what it's like, you're very, very welcome to stay in that group to the end of the month. But most people do transition over into the school and carry on with the amazing journey and learn even more, because Spirit are fabulous, they really are. And just before I get started, last night I went to a house to do a group reading, and the ladies were absolutely gorgeous, and there was a male there as well. They were lovely, and they'd lost one of their family members. I won't say who, but a very, very close family member. And I'd read for, well, I hadn't read for one of the ladies, but she was part of a circle that I'd went to way, way back when I was in my, I think I was 24, 25, so going way back. And anyway, she said I didn't actually read for her, I read for her friends in the circle. And she said, and you were so good. And she said, and then you gave it up. And I said, yeah, I did. And she said, and then you started again. Then you gave it up. She said, it was like you kept stopping and starting. And I said, yeah, because it kept draining my energy, because I didn't really know what I was doing protection wise. And I felt really unsure. And if I got anything that wasn't slightly 110% correct, I'd be like, right, that's it. I don't have a gift. This is all in my mind. Can't do it anymore. No. Or if I got too drained because I didn't put the protection in place that I should have done, because I didn't really know how to do that, then I was like, well, it's too draining. That's it. I can't do it anymore. And I'd just keep having these breaks, and I'd do it and then stop, and then I'd start again. And then I'd think, I don't really have a gift. I'm making this up. I didn't believe in myself. There was all of the limitations around. Now, I'm probably an example of someone that was an extremely doubtful person of their own belief and their own gifts. So you guys probably aren't as extreme as that. Maybe you are. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are. But I had that very much a stop-start energy. And the only way that you can stop doing that and stop that stop-start energy and actually step into this and continue it and feel the benefit of it is to make sure that you are protected and also operating from the highest vibration. Now, this is what we're going to go into on this training now, because this is key. And my psychic students, if any of them are ever on here watching now, they will tell you that all I go on about to the nth degree, and in psychic school, you'll be literally like, that woman says that word one more time to me, I'm going to literally scream. It will be protection, protection. So this is it, protection, protection, protection. It literally makes you the best medium, the most competent medium. It makes you most high vibrational person. It makes you energized. It gives you the glow, and it's just the best thing ever. It is literally your go-to tool and the thing you should master. You know, I know yesterday that a lot of you identified your gateway into spirit world, which is the way that you can link in quickly and easily without having to drain your energy, which is amazing. It's amazing. I'm so happy. If you found your gateway yesterday, well done. Absolutely amazing. So proud of you. But it isn't the be all and end all. The be all and end all is protection, because without protection, your spiritual journey will be very short lived and you will not feel the benefit of it. And I can guarantee you won't actually want to keep going with it. It's not going to be the thing that you want to do. Are you all right? Somebody having problems with their connection? It's not clear. Oh, you mean the messages? Sorry, I thought you were saying the connection's not clear. I thought it was my phone. Let me know if I'm not clear. I can see this too. What's wrong, guys? Has it gone all fuzzy? Hi, Milk and Two, lol. Oh, hello, you're all chatting to each other. Oh, okay. That's what I love about psychic school. Everybody makes friends. And even in the preschool, we're only on day 3, you're all making friends with each other, which is so lovely. Okay. Yeah, you will see spirit. Don't worry. No, no, it's someone we can see, not you, a figure. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry. Yeah, you'll have them all around. Just you get used to that. It's normal. They're always in the office. And they're always in the office so much that my nephews at the weekend were walking in. They wanted to come in and see some like crystals and things. And they walked in, they were like, and they're only babies, but they walked in, they were like this. And I said, "You all right? Coming in, boys? You know, come and sit in the chair, come and have a look round." And they were like, "Can we come in, Auntie Katie?" And I was like, "Yeah, you all right?" And they just walked in. They've gone from these boisterous boys to walking in and just walking around like there was something going to crop out of them. And they were like creeping around. It was really cute. And the girls just don't really come in at all. They're just like, "Mom, I need to use the printer." And they're like this. But everyone's scared. But apart from me, because obviously I love it. They're spirit, they're gorgeous. But anyway, let me go back to what my training is. So I've got some notes here, so you will see me looking down like a newsreader. But if you don't focus on protection, then your spiritual journey will be short-lived. And you might as well, if you're not going to take this segment seriously, if you're not going to listen to what I say now, and without being hard on you all, and if you don't follow these processes, then you are going to have a short-lived career with this, and your journey's not going to be worth it. It's not going to be worth you doing the exercise yesterday. It's not going to be worth you even identifying if you have a gift. This is the area that you really need to take seriously, because I can guarantee you, if you can master this, you will catapult forward and have not only the best connection with spirit and the messages being clear, but you will also feel that you are benefiting every way. You'll start to get a spiritual glow about you. And I'm not saying I've got glowing skin or anything like that, and please don't think I am. But when people meet me, they're like, "You've got such a lovely energy," and they don't know what I do or anything like that. And they say, "Just need to be around you," or "I just feel like I need to tell you things." Like, people pick up on it because you're operating from a higher level. So you're picking up the higher energies. So you've got the archangels around you, you get the glow around you, you get white, like light around your head, like all sorts of things happen because you're operating from a higher level, because you're protecting yourselves. All right? Are you all still with me? So if you have, there are 2 levels of protection. So there's 2 areas that we need to focus on. So level number 1, area number 1, is the humans. We need to protect ourselves from the humans. And area number 2 is we need to protect ourselves from the spirits as well. Now, not because spirits are negative or anything like that or bad. They're not. They're beautiful souls. As I always say, they're gorgeous. But in every aspect of any kind of life, there is good and bad, absolutely. And we want to make sure that we're operating from the highest vibration possible, so that we can operate and give all of the good energy and all of the good communication. And so that when you are communicating with spirit, it doesn't feel like you're trying to solve the world's biggest maths puzzle ever, that you're just like, "Oh my gosh, how does this work?" All right. So protecting your energy. So how do you actually protect yourself from the humans, so to speak? Now, if you are, tell me what line of work you've all got, because if you are in a position where you are maybe a nurse, or if you're a doctor, or if you're around busy environment, or if you're a carer, or if you're a counsellor or something along those lines, then you might find that you feel affected by people's vibrations and emotions. And this is, if you've got a spiritual gift, a lot of people who have spiritual gifts tend to be in those sort of industries, because it's more of a caring, it's more of a nurturing role. And that's really what you are at soul level, because you've got a gift yourselves. So, but those people and those clients, or even maybe you might be a coach, maybe you're in the coaching industry, school, yes, teacher, district nursery, these are the industries that are people that are usually gifted. Also coaches of some description, so like online business coaches, people that are empathetic, people that maybe work in network marketing as well, that build teams and look after lots of people in different levels. Hairdressers, absolutely. Care workers, yes. Anything where there's social interaction, where you are dealing with people on a day-to-day basis. then you do need to protect yourself from humans' emotions. Now, it's not that those human people want to, the human people, it's not that people want to hurt you or want to give their emotions to you in any like heavy capacity at all. What it actually is because you are naturally open and because you are HMRC, oh, because you are naturally open and because you are, so this would be good for you, Helen, actually, because I bet you get some difficult phone calls and situations. But because you're naturally open and because you are in those sort of environments where there's lots of people and lots of people around you, you will be absorbing lots of emotion, okay, from those people that come to you. And what people do is they leave an imprint everywhere. So you might have heard me talk about previously, if you've watched me a few times, about energetic items. So when items are worn, like jewelry items or like clothes or anything like that, usually something metal related, or if someone's lived in a certain house for a number of years, they leave it in the residual energy print in the house. So that when you go into the house, you can go, you know, when you've walked around a house and you might be like buying somewhere new and you walk in, you're like, oh, it feels a bit weird in here. Oh, this feels like an old man lived here, or this feels a bit like I can smell something. I don't feel like the same. Or maybe you've gone to buy an antique ring and you've picked up the ring and you go, oh, it's got a really weird feeling to this ring. Has anyone ever had that, like that emotion? Because that is basically residual energy. So people who have worn those items or people who've lived in that house have, you know, been there, left emotions, gone through certain situations, and have left a residual energy print on the items or the house or wherever it is that they live. So that's residual energy. And that's what humans do when they come into contact with you. So depending on what mood they're in, what they've been through, what's going on in their life, the residual energy will be different per person. But if you don't protect yourself from these people, you might find that at the end of your shift as a nurse, yes, you probably walked thousands of steps because some of my very good friends are nurses, but you might feel literally just like, oh, I just really can't move today. Or if you've dealt with a difficult situation, say in the school, maybe you've had a parent that's getting so stressed or, you know, concerned about their child, and you're sitting there and you're listening to them and they're upset. And then you come away and you're just like, oh gosh, you know, this is hard and I just feel really tired today. I've had a really tough day. Has anyone ever walked in and just said, yeah, I've had a really, really tough day today. Today's been really hard. You know, has the day actually been hard though, or is it the people that have been around you that have been hard to handle? So this is kind of what you need to think about, because you shouldn't be drained from what you're actually doing. If you can learn to protect your emotions through spiritual practices, which we go into in great detail in the school, because it's a very important process, then you can enjoy your life a lot more. You can go into work and you can deal with the situations and you can, you know, read for people and listen and feel the emotion, feel the, you know, messages coming through, and actually leave that then reading with them and then move on and not take any of that emotion and hold it on to yourself. So just because we are natural empathetic, I can never say that word, empathetic people, it doesn't mean that we have to hold on to that emotion. It's okay to feel it for a short period of time. And I'm not trying to teach you to close off any emotion, because as a good medium, good light worker, you need to be able to feel the client and feel the energy. But equally, you do need to learn to close down to protect yourself, because there is no point doing any job, regardless of light worker, if you're not going to protect your energy. Because why would you want to walk around feeling exhausted? Why would you want to feel drained? It's not life, is it? It's not you living your best life. It's not you feeling happy at all. And the only reason I can operate and do the level of work I do and run a family, run a house, run a full-time business, see the amount of people I do, serve the amount of clients I do, is because I massively take this seriously. And that's how I've got to the level I'm at. And that's why I don't stop and start anymore. I'm just consistent day in, day out, day in, day out, spirit, spirit, spirit. They're my life. They're a massive part of my life. And the reason for that is because I protect myself and I up the ante whenever I need to. And I listen and I absorb and I take in, but then I let go and I release and I move on. And that's exactly how I work it. And this is why people say to me, like family members and friends, when I tell them sometimes some of the people I've read for, and if they've been particularly difficult, maybe I'll sit down and tell Mr. H and say, oh, you know, it was really difficult, I feel really sad for that person. But then that's kind of it. And I hope no one thinks here that that sounds heartless, because that's not the case at all. Some of them do stay with me. Some of them I still remember now from very early on, and I just think, oh gosh, I remember that reading. But I let go of the emotion. I don't hold on to it because quite frankly, it's not your emotion to hold on to. You're not supposed to do that. You have to let it go. Otherwise, like I said, your career will be very short-lived in any industry, let alone light worker, because you won't be able to sustain it. You could end up getting poorly. This is how you get those symptoms that we were talking about on day one, because you're not protected and you're absorbing it all. And I want to tell you that it's okay to absorb it. It's okay to accept that that is who you are, but you don't have to hold on to it. That doesn't have to happen, and we can alleviate that and get rid of it so easily for you, and we're going to do that. All right, so that's the first one, protecting yourself from the humans. And as I was saying on video one, which is now gone, my best friend in the whole wide world, and I've known since I was literally the age of like three or four, her nan used to say to me, she said, fear the living more than the dead. And I used to think, what is she saying? I was like, oh, it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. And it was a bit of a weird thing to say to like a young child, but she always say, fear the living, not the dead. And like what she meant was the emotions of the living, like literally this, like, feel the emotions of the living because it's hard, and that's where they didn't really understand how to close off. And I don't think people have ever had that become apparent or been clear. And this is what I'm going to teach you, because this will literally, just even this tiny module out of everything is going to change your life, regardless if you're spiritual, regardless if you've got a gift, regardless. This is why people in all different industries and walks of life benefit from spiritual practices. It's not about getting your crystal ball out and your cards and then becoming a medium. You can do that if you want, absolutely. That's possible for anyone. We don't use crystal balls or cards because I'm sorry, if you've got cards, I'm not a massive fan of them. I think they're like a little bit of a safety prop and a bit of a safety blanket. Sorry, don't shout at me, anyone. But if you come through my school, you'll be able to be confident without cards, absolutely. But you can do this and you can take this on board and utilize it and feel really good. And when you feel really good, your angels can support you, the channel to spirit is open, and you can receive information through clearly for yourself. And you could just use all of these tools just for your life. There's no need to feel like selfish or like it's gone to waste. You've got to look after you. And when you're happy, everyone around you is happy. And that's the thing, so everyone benefits. Okay, so how to protect yourself from the spirits. Okay, so how to protect yourself from the spirits, there's a couple of ways and there's a couple of things that we need to do here. And first and foremost, we need to make sure that we are elevating our vibration. So we always need to make sure that we elevate our vibration. And I talk about this a lot, and it's something that's mentioned in Law of Attraction quite a lot. So if you follow any Law of Attraction pages or coaches, you'll probably be familiar with that term. But raising your vibration is making sure that you're feeling really good. When you feel good and when you feel happy, if you think about it in the logical sense, when you feel good and when you feel happy, when you feel positive about yourself, everything around you it's like you look through a lens at the world with like, I don't know, rose tinted glasses maybe, but you like, everything just looks more beautiful. Like when you're happy, you're like, oh, look at that view. Has it always been there, that beautiful hill, and the views and the mountains, and like you notice so much more around you, and you're like, oh, isn't it gorgeous? And everything just lights up, you sparkle more because you've lifted your vibration. So when you lift your vibration, everything benefits around you. All right, so elevating your vibration, operating from a high level should be a priority, and we're going to go through ways to do that, because if you are operating from a higher level, of course, you become a magnet for anything at the level that you are at. So yes, in every aspect of any kind of life or any kind of industry, any kind of job, there is good and bad, isn't there? There's good and bad in everything. If you named any industries here, I could give you the good and bad scenarios of everything, every different thing. And in spirit world, it's exactly the same. In spiritualism, it's exactly the same. But how you can attract the right things to you and give yourself the chance to get the beautiful energies and the higher archangels and the higher support and the communication with your spirit guide, who will be your new best friend once you make friends with them. Once you've got that connection with your new best friend and they are there, they will be a much higher level. So you will be able to connect with them on a deeper understanding. When we try and operate and communicate with spirit, when we've got so much going on in our mind, we haven't cleansed, we've absorbed all the emotions of everyone around us, We're feeling tired, we're feeling unsure of our abilities, unsure of ourselves. There's tick, 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 lots happening around us. We're very busy, life's happening, and we're trying to connect and we're making ourselves do it because we know we've got this gift. Spirit have attached themselves to us, so our head's all heavy and fuzzy. We feel rubbish, we're anxious. Oh my gosh, and then we're opening up, and it's like, whoa. When you're at that level, yes, you are at risk of attracting things that are a lower vibration. Because the reason is when you're that cluttered up and that full, how can you link in to your bestie, which is your spirit guide? How can you link into your bestie? Because your bestie is the person that's going to be able to send you the messages, do the hard work for you, make life easier, give you the clear communication, clear the fog out the way. Go, this is what the information is, Katie. So when the spirit's trying to talk to you direct, so if you imagine, say if I was linking into a spirit now and they speak French, okay? So when they speak French and I'm like, I can't really understand anything other than bonjour. So say that's the only thing that made sense to me. I'd go, okay, spirit guide, can you please translate this, please? And ask the spirit to talk to the guide. And then the spirit guide steps in and they go between the two worlds and then they communicate back to you. All right. So it's like, if you don't have that connection with your bestie, because that connection can only be there once you're clear and open and you're protected, then that message is still going to be, it might as well be in French, double Dutch, it could be in anything. And you're just going to be like, oh, I don't understand. I don't know what that was. I can hear something. It's very weird. It's faint. I don't understand what it actually is. And I can't make that link. I don't know what to do. And equally, if you're trying to ask for support just for yourself and you're learning these tools because you want to receive guidance maybe for coaching clients, or you want to receive guidance in your business, or you want to receive guidance in your life, in your love life, or there's somebody that's unwell, or there's a loved one over there and you want to try and deepen a connection, then you need to have a connection with your spirit guide. You need to have that, and you need to have that bestie there to communicate to. And there's ways to do that. So you can't do it if you're in that foggy, heavy energy. It's like a plane can't take off on a runway if it's too foggy. They just can't do it, can they? Because they'll be going up in the sky and they could be going any old direction. They need navigation. So they need the, what they call the control tower people in the, the people in the tower. So the people in the tower, they can see ahead, can't they? And they go, right, don't worry. If you go left 0 point something degrees, I think this is how it works. But if you go not like that, then you can go around and then it's clear and then your path is there and you're on course and you're on your way to wherever it is you're going. So the navigation sat system with the people with the computers, that's your spirit guide, that's your bestie, because they're going, don't worry, you can't see clearly, but we've got it up here, we've got you, you can hear us, you've got a good radio link to us, that's what you're doing. So you wouldn't try and clear the fog, would you? The guy wouldn't get out of the airplane and start fanning his, I'm going a bit off tangent here, but I'm just trying to make a clear point. Just roll with it. So you wouldn't get out there with a big fan, would he, and start wafting all the fog out the way, because it's just not going to happen, is it? It's not clear. What he is going to do is sit in the cockpit and go, I'm going to make sure that my connection and on this radio frequency is really clear and I can hear the control tower, because that's what my priority is. There we go. Thank you, Claire, air traffic controllers. But do you get the analogy, or have I completely lost the plot? Are you all there with me? You'll get these crazy analogies. I've come up with so many in the school. It's so funny. Everyone's laughing at me. I just want to make it all, easy for you all to understand. Okay. So we're not going to start fanning the fog. We're just going to make sure our radio frequency is tuned in so we can speak to the control tower. Okay. Got it? Let me know if you've got it. You've all gone very quiet. Yes, lol. Yes, I get you. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. I'll stop it over explaining it now. Right. So, okay. So how do you do this? So how do you protect yourself? And how do you make sure that you are operating from the high level? I've kind of done the protection first, but I want to do elevating to joy first. And I'm going to go back to how to protect. I've done that the wrong way around. So very sorry, just bear with me one sec. Okay, so to operate from the highest level, let's think about it now. Just check, Claire, it's not your Wi-Fi, because I think I'm all okay here. Did I disappear for anyone else? Yeah, oh, you're all saying yes, lovely. You're with me, amazing, amazing, fabulous. You're all laughing at me. That's a good thing. I bring the humour, people, bring the humour. Okay, right, so Right, on a scale now, I want you to be totally honest with me. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the absolute highest vibration you could be, 1 being the lowest vibration you could be. So we'll call this like the vibration counter. Whereabouts are you at this moment in time? So 10 being the absolute highest vibration you could possibly be, feeling on top of the world, and then 1 being the lowest. Whereabouts would you be? Okay, between 1 and 10, whereabouts would you be? Let me know. Good. I'm happy, Donna, that you're laughing with me. Hey, Stacey. Did you manage to get the kids down? That's good. Hello, everyone on here. Is anyone on here and too scared to comment? I used to watch live streams and not comment. I was one of them. I don't mind. Okay, 7, 7, 4, 6, 6, 7, 6. Okay. Be totally honest. 5, 7, tired. Yep. Okay, good. I've got a 4 there. A 4, 6, 7. Yep. A 4. Keep them coming. I want to see how many of you are on different ones. Want to see the variation? Good, good, Stace. Let's have a look. 7, 6, 7. Let me know, guys. Keep them coming. Just kind of want to see where you're all at. We've got a 4. We've got a 7, 8. We've got a 3. Yeah. Nat, you did so well with Becky. You did really well. You should really be proud of yourself. We got a 5. Yeah. Keep them coming. Katie's got hers to sleep as well. Your babies, guys, must be quite young because my girls are still up at like 9:30. They're all up. Always. I think I go to bed before them. Let's have a look. Okay, right, so, and we've got a 4. Okay, right, so let's get this into some kind of context for you. So before you even begin connecting, your excitement counts. I'm a 10. Oh, Louise, I love it. You love spirit, don't you? Right, okay. So what I'm going to say to you is you should be above a 7 before you do any kind of connection to spirit to read, not to actually open up and actually start developing, but to read for a client. You should be above a 7. Even if you're practicing reading, you need to be above a 7. All right, because over the limit of 7 is, we don't want to make you ecstatic and like a crazy person, but it's a good balance. It's a good balance, and you're only going to attract the higher energies the higher up the scale you actually are. So before any kind of reading or before any kind of work that's spiritual related, if I'm doing like live events or live groups, then I always check what level I'm at and making sure, because I'm like, right, okay, I need to make sure that I am over a 7, and I'll always prep and look after myself and put practices in place, which I'm going to tell you about in a moment, to make sure that I operate at the highest level. And so I can deliver to you all, because it's just, to me, spiritualism should be given the beauty and love and justice it deserves. And the messages, in my opinion, this is just my professional opinion, should be delivered in a you should look after yourself and do real justice. And if you're not feeling good and you're not feeling energized, you're not feeling that you've looked after your vibration, your connection, then you're doing a disservice to spirit and yourself, the clients, and everyone. Everyone's affected, aren't they? So anything above a 7 before you do any kind of practices in the school, etc. And if you're not a 7, get yourself up to a 7, right, which we're going to go through now. Okay, so the reason that you might be, say, a 4 or under 7 is because there might be things going on in your life, all right? So you've got to really think about releasing your emotions and finding what's happening within you. So when people go through the school and when people go through spirituality, they kind of call it a little bit like an awakening, but it's not an awakening, but it does feel like an awakening because you discover so much about yourself. And this is the thing that my clients say. They were like, even the business clients, they're like, I've signed up for business support and guidance from Spirit. And then they're like, and I've had everything from you. I've literally got everything. I've grown in every aspect of my life. And it's like, and I'm like, yeah, because that's what being spiritually rich is all about. You've got to be rich in every aspect. It's not just one thing. It's not just one concept. You know, you are super important. So that's why we look at every aspect of our life. All right. So if you think about now, is there something in your life that you might need to cleanse, organize, reevaluate, look at, you know, try and face head on? Okay. And these can be a number of things. You know, we're human, we have human experiences, human emotions. And although you've been given this gift and you have a gift that you know there's something more you're supposed to do with it. Hello, Sue. Hello, Julie. You don't need to put yourself under pressure because you feel certain emotions, because you're human and that's what's going to happen. You are going to feel certain emotions. But let's try and release it and try and raise your vibration and try and find solutions. So, for example, if you've got a busy family, this is just a pure example, and you've got maybe children that depend on you or loved ones or other adults that depend on you, maybe you're a carer, then and you've got a list as long as you're on with things to do, then make the list, put them into priority order, get yourself clean and ready so you know that you're organised and you go, right, okay, I'm cleansed, I've got my list out, that's my to-do list, I know what I'm doing it all, it's in the diary, right, okay. And then automatically you'd have probably gone from a 4 to a 6 because you've already organised yourself and you're feeling good. All right. Hello, everyone joining. Hello, Julie. Hello, Paula. So try and make sure that you prioritise and get yourself organised in that sense to try and release some of the emotions that might be attached to maybe stress. Stress is a massive trigger and life is stressful now. I find it more stressful now. I don't know why, not because of my age or anything. I just mean in this day and age, it's a lot more stressful. There's a lot more things put on us as humans. And I just think there's a lot for us to contend with as people. So acknowledge that you are busy, that you have things and other commitments, and how can you alleviate that, and how can you deal with maybe some emotions that need to come to the surface to keep your level vibration up, because we don't want you to be going like from a 1 to a 10 and then back down again and then up again and then down again, because it's not about raising your vibration just for a spiritual connection. It's about, in general, you need to make sure that you're uplifting yourself, because why would you not? You're here to have a human experience that's a positive one, and that's how you can do that. Make sure you look after your vibration. So that's number one. What I was going to say, yes, finding a really good ritual for you, which is what we do on the course. And what I mean by that is a spiritual ritual that helps you connect and helps you feel that you are linked to spirit in some way in a stronger capacity. So, for example, this isn't what you all need to do. We find something that's suitable for you guys and on your level. But every morning I write to spirit, I meditate, and I do some kind of movement. I wouldn't say it's always like excessive. Like some mornings I'm with my PT, some mornings go for a run, other mornings I might just go for a walk, right? But it's never anything set in stone, like I must do a marathon in the morning before 4 a.m. and I don't get up at silly o'clock. Some people do, but I literally try and have a routine where I speak to spirit. And then if I've had particularly busy readings or something difficult, then I will do a nighttime meditation as well. Or if I'm feeling that I'm in a growth mindset, like, and I'm growing, like at the moment, our group and our following is really growing and really escalating. So I will keep myself balanced, keep myself level, because I get overexcited. And I will do an evening meditation just to close down and just to switch off and just make sure that I'm cleansing myself in that way. But that might not work for you. So we have to explore different ways that might be easier for you to communicate and what you feel is a good connection and ritual for you. And just by following a simple routine with spirit and making that connection with them, just for yourself, without any waiting for a light bulb moment or waiting for them to appear or give you a sign, just having that chat and building that relationship is what strengthens you with your bestie, your spiritual bestie. And it's what links you up with them and enables them to really communicate with you on a deeper level, which is what you want. You want to be communicating with them on a deeper level. And it improves every aspect of your life. And there was a lady I was reading for today, and she's been with me actually a while. And she said to me, I've been following you for 3 years. And she said, and it's only this year that I finally hear what you're trying to say to me. And I'm like, what? She says, like, you talk about a routine, you talk about finding a connection with spirit. And she said, and I was like, I don't really know how that works. She couldn't quite grasp it. And then she said, all of a sudden, I was like, I know a routine that's going to work for me. And then she started doing this routine. I didn't know any of this. She'd just been following my page. And then she started to have all of these amazing things happen. She went, Katie, it works. I was like, I know. She went, it does, it works. She says, I've had this come up in my business. She says, I've had this love come into my life. And she was like, listen to all this stuff. I was like, that's amazing. So she was so happy with herself and like going, it actually works, but it works because she's found a way to find it to suit her. She's found a way for her routine to be connected. So she's had that connection. And what's happened then is she started to feel cleansed and it's raised her vibration. And when she's raised her vibration, obviously then more things magically happen for her. And that's how it works. But I don't think she quite believed that that's how it works. Most people don't, but that is how it works. Okay. So this is what we do. We find a routine for you so that we can keep you up on a higher level, and then you can be working through your emotions as you go along. All right. And okay, yeah. So if you need to raise your vibration instantly, so I've been told to keep on track. I am on track. To raise your vibration instantly, there's a couple of things you can do that will give you an instant vibration uplift. So if you're thinking, I don't want to stay a 5 or I don't want to stay below a 7, I want to get higher, and you want to do something now, and you're just thinking, you know what, I'm fed up of feeling not great, so I'm going to do this now. So if you want to do a couple of these things that might really lift your vibration up and help you operate from the higher level, maybe go for a run. Some people hate running. I'll admit to you, it took me a long time to fall in love with running. I was just like, what is this? I do not feel any endorphins. I can't breathe. I was just like, oh, this is just like torture. And eventually, spiritual messages were coming through on my runs, just personally for me. So I kept doing it. And the more I ran and the more I got into a pattern and a routine, the messages would come through. It was like I was cleansing or blowing away cobwebs, or just doing something was happening. So a run's really good at lifting your vibration and making you operate from a higher level, because you're kind of blowing away, you know, when people say go for a walk to blow away the cobwebs. So it's like that, blowing away the cobwebs. I couldn't either. I was terrible. Yeah, don't worry guys about the shadow and flashes. It's just spirit. Don't worry. It's the norm. It's the norm. They're all here. Okay, so now they love me doing this because obviously I'm helping more of you and I'm training more of you. So I'm helping more people become light workers. Can you imagine the capacity and the chaos going behind me? It's like next level. So anyway, you could, if you don't love running, go for a walk. Get yourself out into a natural element charge. You'll notice in the group I posted a video about natural element charges and identifying what they actually are. If you haven't found that link, don't panic. Just take 5 minutes, get yourself a cup of tea and go through the group and have a look at what's been posted in there. You can just search my name, so it will come up with all the stuff that I've posted in to make things quicker for you. But have a look at the video on natural element charges and you can identify which one is for you and where you need to go to recharge yourself naturally, and it's explained there. Music is a great one. Like, who's put on a song and gone, oh my God, I remember this, like throwback, and it's like a memory and it just like totally changes your whole mood. And you know, that car journey that you're just thinking, oh God, I've got to drive to so-and-so today. And it just lifts you up. It just like makes you like feel amazing like that. Music is a great uplifter, and spirit love music. And just to give you a little heads up, don't want to overpower you with information on this because there's so much I want to tell you, but spirit can actually communicate through music with you. So example, if you wanted to have like a message and you were saying, oh, you know, am I spiritual? Should I do a course? Or should I go and, I don't know, take that relationship, give that relationship another chance? Or, you know, what was it you were trying to say to me today? Or whatever the question might be, do I go and buy that house over there? Whatever it was, then all you need to do then is let it go up to spirit, find the communication path that we were talking about, which we go into in the course for you, so you'll be able to find your path, be able to get aligned with that. But then sometimes the song lyrics, you could be sitting there waiting for your sign, and all of a sudden the answer to you in a song lyric, or the answer to you in a song. I know that sounds crazy, but it happens so much. It was literally the time when I was asking for guidance myself, and I was like, I need guidance for this, this, and this. And then all of a sudden I put on some music and I was like, Alexa, play a song. And she just played a said play upbeat music or something like that. I didn't give any sort of indication what type of music. And she played this song and the words answered the exact question, clear as day. And I was like, oh, and I just sat there laughing because I just thought, oh, okay, you're going to communicate through a song today. I'm not getting feathers then, right? Okay. So there's different ways that they will find a way to get the messages through to you. You just have to be receptive to that. But music is a very good one. But usually only if music works for you. Music doesn't work for everyone. In particular, Mr. H isn't really that bothered about music. He likes it, but he's not fussed about having it on all the time or anything like that. Whereas I love it. I love and I feel very connected spiritually to it. So music is a great way for spirit to communicate to you, and they will do that. So just be open to it. Okay, so another way to raise your vibration is to laugh. So if you can, as simple as that sounds, if you can watch a really good film, if you can watch something like a box set that's really funny, something that's quite easygoing, raises your vibration, anything like that, like Bridesmaids, the film. Has anyone seen Bridesmaids? Friends? Like Modern Family is hilarious. Has anyone watched Modern Family? Grace and Frankie is a really good one on Netflix as well. Anything like that, they're really good uplifters. Go out with your friends, the people that you love to spend time with. I don't mean the people you feel obligated to go and see, the people that literally light you up and you love, like go and see your friends, go and have a giggle and talk about silly things or talk about like your childhood or whatever, something to lift you up. Okay, phone a family member, like go and give your family a call, and whoever in your family makes you feel good, makes you feel happy. Like my mom always makes me laugh on the phone. So if I ever want cheering up or just want to say something that, is a little bit maybe you're not allowed to say for politically correct reasons or whatever, I'll just phone my mom and say it, and we just sit and laugh and we have a giggle together. So laugh with your mom, laugh with your friends, family, anyone that makes you light up. Go out for some food, don't cook your dinner, let someone else cook your dinner. Take a really long bath, take a really lovely long bath and have a good soak, and maybe put some music on or get your Kindle out or a magazine or something. Epsom salts, I think someone mentioned Epsom salts. Cleanse yourself, put some crystals around your bath, get the candles on the go. Do some meditation, just zone yourself out and just have a bit of you time, just quiet, just let your to-do list go and just lift yourself back up. And the gym, like the gym's a really good one as well. Again, right, I did have an anti-exercise mindset. I did for a long time. I did not see the benefit of the gym. Could not see why people were like, I must go to the gym for my mindset. And I was like, huh? What? Why? But yes, it does work. It is really good. But again, you've got to be receptive and open to it and feel aligned to do it. But I get so many messages and so much insight from going to the gym now and also from running, like downloads galore. So yes, it's really good. So when you operate at a higher level and you need to explore all these, and it's kind of like a bit of a trial and error and experiment for you. So see which ones work for you. Maybe make a list and put down which one, gives you the most uplifted moments. Like how are you feeling before, and then how are you feeling after you listen to the music? How are you feeling before the bath? How are you feeling after the bath? So you can kind of give yourself a little bit of gauge as to what one you need at that time. But the quickest way to know what you to do is to just ask yourself, what do I need right now? What do I need right now? Like ask yourself the question and what pops into your mind, and follow that as best you can, or create it in any way you can. But when you operate at a higher level, you're able to attract the higher energies that can help you bring through the messages, as I was saying, and it gets easier for you to understand what's trying to come through, and it gets easier for you to make that connection with your spirit guide. And this is why, unfortunately, there's mediums out there that are very good and amazing at what they do, but they're exhausted and they're like, oh, it's just not serving me. I can't do it. It's draining me. It's too much. The amount of people I spoke to at Mind, Body and Spirit event, they were like, oh, I used to do readings and then I just stopped because it just got too much. And I'm like, oh, no, it didn't. It's just you didn't do the protection. You didn't pay attention to the protection. You didn't take the time to research it. You didn't implement it for you. Like you kind of just thought a crystal in your pocket would be, that's it. And it isn't that. There's so much more. And I was just sat there going, oh, please don't go back to it. Just make sure you follow protection, follow protection. But there isn't anything out there listing this. I feel like I'm pioneering protection at the moment because there's nothing out there, but you need protection in every job, in every aspect, in everything. And if you do this, you will benefit tenfold. Like I said to you, even if you don't go into light worker mode, you will still benefit from doing this work and focusing on this, no matter what industry you're in. Particularly if you're in like industries where you're with people, obviously, and with souls. But yeah, you'll absolutely benefit from this, and you'll feel the beauty of it on so many levels. So many levels. All right. So, guys, if you've got any questions, by the way, keep them coming in the comments. Let them come, and I will come to them. But just make sure you've liked the page so I actually see them. I don't want to miss anybody and be rude. Okay, so I will come to your comments. So the reason that you want to do this and give this your priority is because you absolutely need to master the protection. You do. When you master the protection, everything else is easier. Like the gateway is easier. Your connection's easier. It's like the fastest route. If I could give you, like, you know, when you go to a theme park and they give you a fast pass if you pay like extra, this is your fast pass. This is your fast pass to get past the queue of all the people waiting 2-3 hours, and you're going to get on it in 10 minutes, because this is the part that is actually going to make you the best light worker you can possibly be, and you'll love it, love everything that's here. All right, you'll love the content. You knew someone like that, Stacey. Shame, she was so good. I know, I've met so many of them that are gifted and good, and so many people that just stop and start. And so many, I see people online that, you know, start pages and they ask me to like the page, I like the page, and then they do a couple of lives and I'm like, oh, she's good. I hope she, you know, comes on, and I hope she keeps developing and everything. And then, you know, 3 months later they're gone and there's no sign of them. And it's just like, oh, I just really wish you could just take them all by the horn to go, come on, you can do this. You just need to master your protection. That's it. Your gift has got to work for you. Life's got to work for you. The scenario you're in has got to work for you. And this is the same in everything. In your relationship's got to be working for you to feel the benefit of it. Your family life's got to be working for you to feel the benefit of that. Your job has got to be working for you to feel the benefit of your job. Like, it's like everything in life, you've got to be feeling the benefit of it for you to get the full enjoyment of it, and for you to have longevity and to stay the course of time. And it's exactly the same. I feel like I'm turning into a preacher, but are you all still with me? Right, what was I doing? Okay, so let's go back slightly. Just to let you know, there is a, yeah, build a connection with you guys. Hang on, because I've mixed this up, haven't I? So I've got to go backwards now. Bear with me one sec. Okay, so the other ways that you can protect yourself from spiritual connection. So, and when I say protect yourself, it's when you can actually close down. So when you close down and you look after yourself in that sense, and you need to close down from every client. So in between every client, you need to close down. Hello, everyone. Sorry if you're just joining, darlings. We're almost done, but you'll be able to watch it on replay. Fingers crossed if Facebook let us, but hopefully you should be able to. Hello, Gillian. Hello, everyone. Hello, Rosie. Right, so what was I saying? Yes. So the ways you can actually start to protect yourself from spirit and make sure you're closing down. The protection from spirits, from high energies that maybe aren't great, that are darker energies, is by raising your vibration. That's number one. I got asked that last night by the group. They're like, how do you protect yourself from this? And it's raising your vibration. Raise your vibration, you're good to go, you're fine. Make that your focus. If that's what's holding you back and that's what's stopping you from doing this kind of work, and you need maybe even developing or jumping on these live streams, if that's what's stopping you, focus on raising your vibration, spend time on that, get yourself in the school and identify how you can do it on a deeper level. That's the best advice I can give you. Number two, to protect yourself from the client's energy, the emotion, because when people come for a reading, it is emotional. It is emotional for them. They're nervous, they're scared. The people that are coming through, it brings up so many memories. They're also elated. They go through a whole host of emotions with you. Not everybody, but some people. So when it's like that, you need to protect yourself, all right? So you need to make sure you're looking after yourself. And the way to do that is to close down from the clients. I close down from every client, and I close down from every public live stream that I do with readings. You'll notice that I open up with the live stream and I close down with the live stream. Now, I think some of the mediums do it as well, but I don't think they do it publicly with their actual clients. But I make sure I do it with you all. If the clients choose to stay on, that's amazing. I tell them that they should. I advise them, and if you've watched me, you'll know I do that. But not everybody does. They just click off, and I'm just thinking, oh, stay on, because you can still absorb all the emotion of all the people on the live stream and take that with you, and maybe not sleep well that night. And, you know, so I like people to close down with me. So you close down through meditation. That's how I do it. And a couple of people have been worried about that because they're like, well, I can't meditate, Katie. Like, I try and switch off, but I start doing shopping, or I start thinking of the things, or my mind wanders, or some people fall asleep, some people get the giggles, all sorts of things can happen. And the reason for that is because you're not cleansed. So if you're going back to more or less the beginning of this live where I was talking about the to-do list, it's because you've got emotional things going on within you that you need to cleanse, and the brain isn't allowing you to close down because you've got too much up there. So you're like an iPhone with no storage. That's what it is. So there's a segment in Psychic School which is about cleansing you and keeping you clear. So cleansing you like an iPhone. I think I actually called it that because it's like, you know, you're full, you can't take any more pictures. But then there's also a module on how to actually zone out and how to meditate and how to master it, which is really good. So obviously that's really going to help you, and that'll get you over that hurdle. So please don't worry. So you've got the meditation, you've got prayers as well. So if you are religious, and it doesn't matter what religion you are, if you believe in the power of prayer in any way, shape or form, you can pray and you can close down that way. So like, thank you, God, Spirit, heavens above. Thank you very much for this opportunity to read. I now choose to close down from all energies other than my own human emotions, and I just want to continue like on a ground level. So you can say whatever prayer you want, or you could just say an actual prayer and just bless yourself. Okay, so that would work as well. Crystals do work, absolutely. Now, crystals, to have them around you, if you're practicing mediumship, people tend to go out and buy tourmaline, which is the dark black crystals, and they have them bracelets usually around their wrists. And there's actually some links in the actual group, Pre Skool, that I teach you and what you should have. Now, crystals are great, but if you have tourmaline around you and you're trying to connect with spirit, it will block your connections. You need to take it off whilst you're actually opening up. And then when you close down through prayer, meditation, whichever form, and then pop your tourmaline back on and keep it with you. Okay, so then you're protected. And if you're in busy crowds, or if you're out and about, you can pop them maybe in your bra if you're a female, or if you're a male, pop them in your pockets, and just make sure that you are closing off. All right, and that way you are protecting yourself and you're closing off from the emotion. Going to the natural element charges. So again, there's an actual training on that in the Facebook group, the free support Facebook group. Find out your natural element charge, and you will absolutely, it'll change your life. It really will. Just going to visit it for 2 minutes, it will change your life. And if you can't physically get to your natural element charge, you can listen to sounds of like waves and nature, etc. on YouTube, and just close your eyes and visualize it. All right, that works as well. Go and be a human. Do you know what? I went to a spiritualist church. This is probably the best advice they actually gave me. They sat there and they were talking about all these ways to close down and switch off and stuff. And basically, it was just meditation. That was it. And I couldn't connect with their trancy weird meditation. It was just too much for me, and I couldn't close down. So I was going out of there wired and connected to everything, and just like no better off and feeling rubbish. But the best advice they gave me is go and be a human, and go and, what they said, go and live your life. And I was like, go and live my life. They went, yeah, go and be normal, go and live. And I think when you get wrapped up in this world, and when you start, like, when you get excited in this world and you start, not wrapped up, but when it's all new and it's all fresh and it's all exciting, you can kind of forget that you've got to just be normal, go and do a food shop. So for example, people said to me, like I was telling one of my friends about a reading I had, a live audience. Like I come out of the live audience and I was like really like, wow, it was a really intense live audience. It's the only way I can describe it, an in-person one. And I come out of there and I was like, wow, I don't think I should actually drive because I feel like really wired and really like buzzing. Even though I closed down, it was like I was on a high. It was almost like adrenaline and everything. And she was like, well, what did you do? How did you close down? And I was like, wow, I just went and I'm not advising you do this, but I went and brought a bottle of wine. I'll be honest with you. I went and brought a bottle of wine from the shop on the way home, had a glass of wine. I drank half of it because I was so tired in the end, and watched Friends. So I just became a human. I was me. But when I've had readings in the day and, you know, they've been busy and they're in depth, and I've maybe had a few tears myself, and then I walk back into the house and it's like, well, I need to do tea. I need to make sure the girls are okay. And I get like, Mom, where's my uniform for tomorrow? Mom, And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I just go right back into mom mode, back into reality. So it's like, go and live your life, go and be human, just be normal, like just experience normal things. You don't have to constantly be in a meditative bubble to be protecting yourself. You know, you do need to close down from the client, absolutely. And if you don't do that, I will tell you off in the school, I will, with love always. But you also don't need to ponder on it. The best way to kind of move on from it is you get used to it, but also you need to make sure that you are protecting yourself and going to be normal and living a life, not being too in spirit world. I have had clients that are too wrapped up in this, and they've done circles and they've done dowsing and they've done all sorts of things at the same time, and it just gets too much. And I'm like, when are you actually being a human? And they're like, well, what do you mean? You know, I'm always with spirit. And I'm like, you can't always be with spirit. You're meant to also be here and have your normal life. That's what's meant to happen. You're not supposed to be in a cloud and bubble all the time. It's not healthy. It's not. So it's like anything. If you overdo something in one area, it's actually going to delay your progress. Don't think you'll go any faster. It'll actually delay the whole process for you, right? Which is what we don't want. We want you to have a great journey. All right. So being a human, visualizing as well. If you're out suddenly and you're talking to somebody and you feel all of a sudden their emotions, and you can feel maybe a spirit around you. Maybe you're watching this now and you can feel a spirit around you and you're like, oh gosh, is this spirit going to stay with me? What you can do to get instant relief is to visualize glass coming up around you like a shield. So like almost like you're in a crystal. So like push up to the sides, in front of you and behind, so you're fully protected with glass. So it's like an urgent shield. If there's somebody that you're reading that's giving you maybe the heebie-jeebies and you don't like them and you're just thinking, oh, there's something a bit eerie here, or there's a spirit around that you're not feeling from this person, you want to close off urgently, just visualize a glass going in front of their face or a blind coming down in front of their face and just close down. So in between readings, when you see me do live streams, I will use a blind to close down in between each client. On multiple readings, which again we cover in the school, so you're not going to be stuck on that. But you don't want to transition one spirit onto the next person and mix up any messages, so you automatically, that's a way of closing down automatically and quickly and urgently. It's like it should be used urgently or used in audience situations or where you're doing multiple clients. All right, so you can, without having to do the full meditation per client, you can just visualize a blind going down and asking spirit to close down from that person's energy, just closing your eyes for a moment, feeling their energy, closing down, asking for the blind to come forward, and then you move on to the next client. Okay, does that make sense? There we go. Do you say reading clearly? Don, I think I've just answered that. I don't do a little prayer, but what I do is I say, thank you very much, I'm closing down from that person's energy now. I always send love as well, so you might feel a bit more loved on my live streams. I don't know, I always go send them lots of love, give them a big hug, and then I close down like that. Close down in particular with every person, all right? The other thing you can do is angel chants, which we've said, and the angel chants are actually been listed in the Facebook group. So angel chants are instant relief, and you can use these to protect yourself. It's so, oh, hang on, my bum's gone numb. Oh, this chair. So you can use them to protect yourself instantly. So you can say things like, angels protect me, angels wrap me up in a bubble, angels put me, make me feel my own emotions, angels elevate my vibration, angels lift me up. So your guardian angels are always there for you, and you don't have to tune in to speak to them urgently. They're not like your spirit guide. You can just speak to them like that. Like I could say, angels, help me find the best way to communicate what I'm trying to say to you guys. Angels, help me show up in the best, highest form for these people. Help me be the best light for them. Help me, angels, help me support them in every way. Help me have all the answers, angels, to help you guys understand this content, and so it makes sense to you, and so it actually really serves you. Like, help me operate from the highest vibration, angels. You can do that now, and I've just done it, right? So it'll work. This is what happens. You can do instant ones, and they can literally just elevate you and give you like a massive energy burst. And you could try it. Say, guys, a lot of you here are nurses and carers and, you know, demanding jobs. Just say, maybe you get into the end of your shift and you're just thinking, oh gosh, you know, how am I going to get through the next hour? You can say, angels, give me the strength and give me an energy boost to get through the next hour. Angels, give me, like, it's an instant thing. It's an instant protection. It's an instant way of vibrating you and lifting you up to that next level. All right. Wow, there's been so much. Am I done? Yeah. So the meditations to open up to spirit and close to spirit, and the angel chants. Hello, Philip. All those things are actually in the psychic free school, so you can actually get into that group and you can have access to those, and you can start practicing straight away. You can start lifting your vibration up, and you can start doing those practices and see what comes through for you. And as a little bit of a test, what you can do is, if you do so tomorrow morning or tomorrow day at some point, don't do it tonight because you've taken in a lot of information, but tomorrow at some point, if you can make sure your vibration is good, so check what you are on the 1 to 10 scale, so how you're feeling, and be honest with yourself. Don't go, oh, I feel a 6, but actually I'm going to say I'm an 8. Like, if you feel a 6, be a 6, operate from a 6, but raise that vibration up to a 7. So follow the practices, how to raise your vibration, and then go, right, how am I feeling now? Am I a 7? If you're a 7, great. So what you need to do then is the energy burst behind me. I know it's chaos around here. It's like a Piccadilly circus. But when you're actually a 7, then raise your vibration, do the meditation, open up to spirit, allow them to come into you, practice the meditation, see what you experience. And when I say open up to spirit, you only need to sit with them for like 2 minutes. Follow the meditation and just sit for 2 minutes and see what comes through. You don't even have to ask them anything or try to navigate them or direct them or do anything, but just see what comes through. Like, how do you feel in your hands? Like, how do you feel in your body? Is there any visualizations? Has anyone in particular cropped into your mind? Like, what is going on within you? And then use the other meditation to close back down and then see how you feel, all right? And practice the angel chants. And that is a really good test. I call it the psychic test because it's another way of seeing what your gateway is as well. So it's very interesting to explore what the gateways are. And the only way to do that is by trial and error and experiments. And then as you do that, it starts to uncover and open up. Right, I've talked for a long time. I do apologise. I think I'm done. There we go. Yeah, I think I've covered everything. I'm sorry that was a massive host of information, but literally, guys, can you see? I'm going to come to your questions now, so just bear with me 1 sec. But can you see how much information there is? There's literally so much, isn't there, for you to take on? And I'm trying to put it into 3 trainings for you all. And that's why Psychic School is available for you all. So the Psychic School doors are open. They are open, ready for you now if you want to get started and continue your spiritual journey. If you want to wait and see how you feel in a few weeks, you can absolutely do that. There's no pressure at all. But I am going to let you know the doors are open. Let me post the link for you, and I'm going to come to all your comments and questions now. So the link is there. There's 3 different levels. So there's level 1, which is basically an introduction. So if you're new to spiritualism and just have an interest and haven't experienced any of the symptoms of having a gift, then you probably just need level 1, all right? If you've had some of the symptoms, you've had some of the experiences, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is really exciting, you need level 1 and 2. If you are a working medium now and you keep stopping and starting, or you've already had experience of spirit, or you want to use this and really, really learn and maybe make a career out of it in some way or shape or form, then you do need to come in as a VIP client. And the VIP client is, you get levels 1, you get level 2, you also get 6 personal one-to-one sessions with me of 60 minutes. You get access to me at any time through a voice app that I use called Boxer. And you also get, the best part of this, the bonus, is a free course on how to build a spiritual business. Because there are people out there, light workers, that are talented, are gorgeous, give beautiful messages, but they're not getting the clients, they're not knowing how to show up, they're not knowing how to build a following, and they don't really know how to be consistent and where to show up. And there's literally everything you need to know is in there, all right? How do you connect specifically with your spirit guide? Brilliant question, Maria. I'll come to that first. So that's the school. It's all there for you. The doors are open. I only open it once or twice a year, and once the doors are closed, the doors are closed. There is a Facebook support group. The content is there for life. You have access to it for life, so you don't need to rush your choice, or you don't need to rush the program at all. I'm there for support. I do live Q&As. You get added little bits in there as well, and it is just a real great safe way for you to develop and feel secure and loved. And only good can come from developing spiritualism. Only good. It's incredible. It's incredible. And obviously I'm living proof of it. Right, so how do you connect specifically with your spirit guide? Brilliant question. So your spiritual bestie, you only have a spirit guide if you actually have a gift. So you really do need to identify if you have a gift. If you don't have a gift, the only way to find out that is by training number 1, watch that back, see if you've got any of the signs or any of the, I want to say symptoms, but that's not the right word. But any of the things I mentioned in that training, if you do have those, you probably are a light worker, you have a gift. Also, if you go on to the training level 2, test your skills out, see what you got right, what you maybe picked up on, how you were feeling, and then obviously take on board what I've given you today as well and see, and then you'll be able to know. You'll know exactly when you have a gift. Ask Spirit for a sign as well to give you an indication if you are gifted, if this is the right path for you, and wait for your sign. Tell them what you want. You know, you can be specific with them. But when you actually meet your spirit guide, there's a whole module and training on it. And it's something that's a gradual relationship. So there is a way to actually connect with them, and it's a process, and it's not something I can teach you now on a live stream, but it is something that is a beautiful process and is really the most wonderful experience. They can change as well. So you can spend time getting to know one guide, and then as you get to maybe a deeper level, or if maybe you start to work with spirit on a regular occurrence, then the guides can change. So the guides change as you develop and as you start to get stronger, more developed, taking on new skills. And yeah, so they will change, and you might end up with like 3 or 4 at different times. New people, you might end up with a spirit animal guide. It depends what type of, you know, light worker you are. But yes, it's really how to connect to them is a whole different segment and training. But once you do it and you follow it, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible and so worth doing. I get a metallic taste when speaking to spirit. Is this a good thing? Okay, that's interesting. So Louise, it is a good thing. It's not a bad thing at all, but it's just your sign that you are connected. And also taste can be one of your gateways. So for example, if you wanted to know, connect with the spirit, you could ask them to send you a taste or a flavour or a smell or something that will help the client understand and have validation that it's them and that particular person. So it's like a strong gateway for you. But yeah, that's good. It is quite a common one, I think, especially when you first start out. A couple of my students had it actually. Yeah, come to think of it. So I think it is quite a common one. I don't think I had it, but a couple of the students have. Millie's saying, I feel that spirit are trying to work differently with me and I'm getting confused with the changes. Okay, so it's not for you to be confused at all, Millie. All you do is follow the path of opening up, closing down, protecting yourself, keeping your vibration high, and then it's up to your spirit guide's job to communicate with you. Like you do, like, so there's 2 elements. Spirit do their part, which is the connection. We do our part. So our part is staying open, cleansed, ready to receive, open, finding a routine, practicing, opening up, and, you know, allowing ourselves to be free and removing the fears and the worries that we're getting it all wrong. So that's our job. Spirit's job then is to go, she's doing everything she can to clear the funnel. This is amazing. Now the funnel's there, I can send her through messages, and this is where I'm going to show her and guide her and create opportunities. So that's our job, that's your job. When it gets confusing is when we try and do both jobs and we try and work out what they're saying and what they're trying to communicate, and we go, but what do they mean? What are they trying to say to me? What is it? And it's like when you look too deep into it, it just gets too much. It gets too much. Let's have a look. So I hope that answers your question, darling. Let go a little bit is what I feel I need to tell you. So whenever I meditate lately to try and connect to my guide, I get a light flick on my right side of my face. Ooh, okay. So like this, like that. So that's anything on your right side is your angels, it's your guardian angels. Anything on your left side is your spirit guide. So I think your guardian angels are trying to communicate and go, we're here as well, you can link in with us. And Katie, when you're trying to link in or trying to connect with a guide, always put the angels in first. That's something for all of you. And you'll notice I always call them in. And I personally visualize wings and a figure, and I hold their hands. So I visualize I'm connecting with them and holding their hands. And it just gives you like this powerful charge, and it just helps the connection with the guides that little bit deeper. So try that and see if that helps you. So I feel like they're trying to get through to you. This will be my future business, and I've already spoken with Spirit and got signs too. Amazing, Faye. Okay, so if this is what you want to do, you need to become a VIP and do the fast track way. Okay, so Stacey saying, when I do the meditation with you, I always see a girl with dark hair wearing a white dress. Not a nice vibe with her. Okay, so if that's the case, you can ask them to stand aside, and you can ask them to either, ask your angels to support you, ask your spirit guide to either remove them, take them away, or you can actually say, if there's anything I can help you with, come with love and come with the highest vibration. And if she is a bad energy, then she won't be able to come with the highest vibration. So she'll kind of just step aside and move away from you. All right. So you mustn't worry. Phil, you're so funny, Phil. I had 4 minutes of information overload. Yeah, basically, this is what working with spirit's like. It's like 100 miles an hour. I felt so sorry. Was it yesterday? I've done so many readings this week. And is it Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. And what was it this one lady said now? Yeah, I was like, blah, 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 blah. Spirit was so fast. I swear they're on like warp speed this week. And they were like, like message after message and light after light and picture after picture and image after image. And I was like, oh, I was like this trying to keep up. And anyway, so I sat there and I was saying all this to this person. And the woman went, she looked up and she went, it's just like this. And I went, you okay? And she says, can I ask a question now? I was like, oh God, I'm so sorry. Yes, of course you can. But she was like, wow, that's intense. That was amazing. So yeah, I'll get used to the 100 miles an hour. Yay, can't wait to start the school. And Rosie's saying thank you, you're welcome. Yay, Julie's just saying, ask the angels to lift my vibrations, and it's lifted my headache. Woohoo! See, Julie, it's amazing, isn't it? This is it. It's like the key to happiness. I'm giving you the keys to happiness here. It was great and made sense. Thank you. Perfect, Dawn. Everyone's saying thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, you're so welcome, guys. You've helped me so much. You're amazing. Oh, thank you. You guys are too kind. You are. You're really lovely to me. There's a cheeky spirit over your right shoulder keeps popping in. Yep, there will be. There always are. There was some cheeky spirit behind me. Let's have a look. Yes, taste is a gateway. Let's have a look. What else have we got? You've got some good questions, guys. I love this. Put me to the test. Millie's saying I should have done that after one. I picked up on someone who had passed with COVID. The days after I had the symptoms, I forgot to close down after. Yes, you hold on to the residual. You hold on to the residual energy. That's it. Like when you do your lives. Yes, that's right. Like when I do my lives, closing down in between each person. I think that's what you're referring to. Okay. So Sarah's saying, I'm going through a particularly difficult time at the moment. I feel like I want to connect with spirit more than ever, but struggling to raise my vibration due to challenges I'm facing. Catch 22. Any advice? Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up, because life will throw curveballs at you. Things happen. And, sometimes it can feel like we're having a snowball of things happen one after the other. I know that can happen. And I don't know why that does happen, but it does, doesn't it? Has anyone noticed that? One thing happens, then something else happens, then something else. And it feels almost like, oh God, what's next? I can't take on anything else because there's bound to be something else next. But if you try and think about what you've actually got and write out the struggle, write out what the problem is to you, I just find writing out helps in general. And just go, okay, which elements of this do I have control over? Which elements of this do I need to just let go and ask spiritual guidance for? And which areas can I actually be responsible for and have an impact on? That is the best way to lift your vibration, because you've done something for it. Like, you're not feeling helpless. You've got some kind of control there, and you've got some kind of, right, this is how I'm doing it. This is how I'm helping myself. And then once you've actually helped the situation in some capacity, you can release it, and then you've already raised your vibration. Remember, Sarah, we're not trying to go from like a 3 to a 10, because that's too much. It's too much vibrationally, and that energy surge will drain your energy anyway from going that quick. We only want to go up the path to the next level. All right, we're not racing to get up there at all. So just give yourself a little bit of a break, and just remember, you can only do what you can look after at that moment in time, and the rest you have to just throw it to to spirit and to your angels and just let them do it. Let them do their job. I always say to Mr. H, I don't know the answer to this. I'm throwing it up to spirit. And he's like, oh. But it works. And now he doesn't roll his eyes because he knows it works. Oh, it's doing that thing again when I can't go past a certain point. I forgot about that. Oh, well. Let's see if we can go down. Let's see if there's any more new questions. I'm sorry this is turning into like the world's longest training. I hope you're all still okay. I've also had that electric surge feeling at times. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? Should you always visualizing when meditating, and how do you choose meditations? Okay, so you don't need to. You kind of just like, you don't have to visualize. I find it helps me. Some people, and I know a couple of students like to listen to like a gong. Has anyone heard like the gongs, like the what they're called? I want to call them a bowl. I think it's those clanky Tibet bowl things, whatever they're called. My bum is seriously going numb. So angels help with my bum pain. Lol. Anyway, so some people like to listen to like a chime, like a bang, a bong, and that helps them connect. And they like to listen to it, and then silence in between. Personally, I need visualizing. I need speaking to, because when the gong comes on, it almost feels like I can't concentrate to that level, but again, it's a personal choice. So when I'm choosing meditations, I kind of just ask myself, what is it I need? Do I need a meditation to calm? Do I need a meditation to motivate? Do I need a meditation to speak to spirit? Do I need a meditation? Like, what is my soul calling me to do at that moment in time? And then I just kind of filter for what I want, maybe on YouTube, or I've got some saved anyway that I use. But weirdly enough, Claire, I actually use a lot of my own. I use a lot of my own meditations. Or I channel one through spirit and go on, then channel a meditation for me, and I just allow them to channel through me. There we go. Is it possible to have your gateway change? I used to hear things, but now I feel it's just more knowing. Yes, absolutely. Your gateways, they don't change. What happens is you end up getting more and more open up, some more channels. So it's a bit like when you unlock a level on a computer game, you know, then you go to the next level, then you go to the next level. You don't lose level one, you've just unlocked other levels at the same time, so you're just getting further on. So Erin, it's like you're unlocking more and more levels in a game. That's it, if that makes sense. There we go. Yay, Louise, whenever I meditate, I see lots of faces. Are these spirits? They're absolutely spirit, they are. Say hi to them, give them a wave. Okay. I saw Dawn saying, I saw people have been asking if we see anything when they put a picture up. Yeah, that's something new in Spirits and White Feathers, but it feels weird doing it. And I feel like I need to do something about that in the group, because you've got to be really careful with like when you pass on messages to people. And I think that if everyone's passing on a message, or not that, you know, I don't mind you guys helping. I love any help in the group, please, because it's getting really busy in there. But it's almost like if there's mixed messages, people don't really know who to listen to. So it's a bit weird in there, isn't it? I don't quite know how to fix that. I'm gonna have to have a think about it. But you commented on the second one. There were two people in the picture, and one I felt a lot of good things around. The other I felt uncomfortable with, something not good about them. So I didn't comment on the picture at all, as assuming we never share anything negative. Well, this is the area. So if you were actually speaking to them face to face, the problem with the picture is, okay, so picture readings, we're going to have another training. Just bear with me. I'm going to keep it short because I'm going on a bit. But picture readings are, you can communicate through a picture, and it's a module we do on the course. But also, you've got to remember that when the picture's taken, the energy of the person is captured in with the photo. So you could be feeling something negative about that person from the moment that picture was actually taken. It doesn't mean that that's the energy of the person when they transitioned over or anything like that. It could have just been a bad day. It could have just been a bad moment, or a moment of where they were struggling with something. Maybe they were going through grief themselves. But you tuning into them would feel that, oh, that was a dark energy, or there was something not right there. And then you're unsure what to share. So this is where it gets a little bit confusing. And that's why photographs are great, but also they do capture the emotion of the person at that moment in time. Usually my students can pick up now how they're feeling and how they're vibrating, because I taught them through how to do that. But at the time, they're a little bit like, if you were just going blind on it and just going for it, then you would probably just pick up the emotion of the person at that moment. Does that make sense? Which is why I'm always a little bit wary of people reading and commenting because of what you just said, Dawn. Then you get something through, you don't know what to do with it. It just makes you feel like, oh, am I doing things right here? I've learned more in one session than I've learned in a church in 6 years. I'm sorry, Millie. No one's going to be able to sleep tonight, are you? But there's so much I want to tell you all, literally. Like, honestly. Oh, God, Gail, this is a good one. Okay, so when I meditate, I see either swarms of colour or a tunnel that I travel down towards the light. That's spirit world. Don't go down that tunnel. Last night, I got 2 separate white dots. Then my father's face appeared. I'm 55, and when he died, I was 24. Oh, I'm so sorry, darling. So what you experience there is the spirit tunnel, because my granddad's taken me in that tunnel. So he took me in my sleep, and I had a visitation from him. And he said, you're so interested in the spirit world, aren't you? Come with me and I'll show you. Because he was all very much like, show me the world. And he used to show me maps. We used to talk about countries. We did all sorts together. And I was like, yeah, I'll come with you. And I held his hand and we went down this tunnel and it was all colours like you just described and everything. And I was like, am I going to the spirit world, Granddad? And he's like, yeah, you should be able to come in. And I was like, I don't think I can. And then all of a sudden I had this pressure in my mind. And I remember it, and it was like my mind was going to explode. Let me know, Gail, if you've had something like this, or if anyone else has had this experience. And it was literally like, oh, and he said, I'm sorry, I have to let you go. This is as far as you can come. And he let go of my hand and he went. And I was like, oh, it was really sad. But yeah, that spirit world. So they're showing you spirit world. It's beautiful, isn't it? When I'm falling asleep, I see faces come to me like a fuzzy crowd. Once mentioned it to another medium and she said it was weird. Is this normal? It is normal. It's basically all of the spirits around you that are in session 1. They're literally navigating towards you. So they're literally magnetizing themselves towards you. And because you're not reading, you're not connecting, and you're not opening up or closing down, they're there at night and they're just around you like a little fan team. Just imagine it as like, you know, we all want more Instagram followers and more followers online. Imagine spirit are, if you're gifted, you've got instant followers. They're like instant followers that you don't even have to try and attract. They're just there. They're just instant followers. It's like an instant fan base. That's how I think about it, Sandra. Instant fan base. Nat Hayes is saying, thank you, you're so beautiful. It really shines from you. Oh, thank you, Natalie. I don't feel like I am. I feel like I'm, you know, looking a bit rough around the edges lately. Let's have a look. So I've always smelled smoke. Sometimes it feels like it's actually my lung. Is this what you meant by gateway? Yes, a gateway for you could be that you are smelling it. The lungs, if it's highlighting in your lungs, it could be how they transitioned over. So maybe the smoke affected their lungs, or they had a lung condition, or if the lungs feel heavy, it can be a sign of like lung cancer or tumours, things like that. But you'll know your key code, which is your signs and symbols from spirit, once we go into the actual course. It's different for everyone. I wish I could write a key code book. Right, I'm going to have to... Are you literally... This is too much now for you all, isn't it? Literally, poor things. I'll let you go in a minute. How much is it to become a VIP? I've literally put everything on the link for you. So just click on that link that I've tagged and just have a read through and see which one you prefer. But there's a massive discount at the moment, guys. So you've got the discount if you come on board now. So make sure if you are going to sign up to this, get the early bird. Save yourself some money, okay? I'm gifting you money. Song bowls, Tibet bowls, that's it, Tibet bowls. Or Millie, you use the bowls. No offence, I don't like them. I don't like those bowls. Hi Katie, after yesterday's live, I got earache in my left ear, then in bed I saw a little girl touching a tree. I wasn't asleep, just relaxed. What was this? I can't stop thinking about it. Oh, it's somebody trying to connect with you, Kelsey. How gorgeous. And the left earache is your spirit guide going, we're here if you want to connect with us. That's what that is. Left side spirit guide, right side is angels. If I haven't had a lot of spiritual interaction for a while, when I get it back? Yes, absolutely. Maze, that's a brilliant question. Yeah, you just need to meditate and open up again, that's all. So you'll never lose that connection. Once you've made a connection with spirit and you're gifted, it's with you. And people go, I turned it off. Like I had some experiences and then they go, I turned it off. And I'm like, yeah, how's that working out for you? Because you never turn it off. Unless you're closing down properly, they're always with you, always. So yeah, you can absolutely pick it up. When I'm connecting to spirit, it sounds like I listen to a Stormy Beach soundtrack. Yeah, exactly. It can be, and it can be like fuzzy noise, like a radio trying to tune in, and you can get all sorts of weird and wonderful sounds and experiences. It's good fun. Um, Phil said I use 3 bongs in the morning, good vibrations. Oh no, it's not for me. I'd much prefer some gangster rap in the morning. I started with meditation and cards. Now I feel things and visions. Number sequencing, music, the radio. Yeah, okay. Please don't respond to this person here. Hang on. I don't want to end the live. Cancel. Let me just try and block this person. There's somebody asking if you want to have readings. Please don't message them because they're just con artists. Okay, guys, make sure you please don't click on it, respond to them, or give them any of your card details. That's interesting. Are your pictures? Yeah, exactly. It is something interesting. It's something to take into consideration. It's quite interesting, really, what you pick up from it. Yeah, yeah, Stacey. I love you guys commenting on the pictures because you actually helped me. It helped me like not have to, because I feel bad if I can't get through to everyone, which is impossible at the moment. But equally, I don't want you to feel bad or feel that you are giving people the wrong information or worrying about it or anything like that. So it's to protect yourselves as well. I don't know what to do there yet. I'm having to think about it. Um, yeah, Elaine, it's mad, isn't it? The church, they don't really go on about protection, and it's one of the most important aspects of spirituality. It really is. Oh, you just had a little feather fall on you. How gorgeous. You're welcome, Sarah, gorgeous. Okay. Ignore all the people. Just ignore them if they're messaging you. Just pay no attention. Right, okay. Do you always get along with your spirit guide? No, we have fights constantly. No, we do not always get on. We have little bickering rows, like especially if I want to work more and they're like, you must rest. And I'm like, no. And then they break my computer and they won't let me log on. Or they'll do something like my clients will cancel. And I'm like, but I'm ready. And they're like, no, you need to rest. And like this live stream now, they're telling me to end it. And I'm like, I'm just answering more questions. Right. Okay, I will listen eventually. Yeah, I love orbs. Who else loves orbs? I love connecting with spirit. Oh, no, Philip, I couldn't. No bowls here. Over the years, from teenage to now, I've seen, felt, smelled, heard. They seem to change for years. How do I know which one to concentrate on? Gail, you could have all of the gateways, all of the gateways. And the best way to know is like trial it on 3 things. Like maybe try reading a picture, maybe try reading a friend, ask their permission. Obviously, you always ask everyone's permission. That's something I really go on about and I haven't actually mentioned. Whenever you're reading anyone, you always ask their permission. You wouldn't go up to a friend and start rifling through their handbags, would you, without asking and go, can I have a look into your bag? So you wouldn't do that into their energetic field either. All right. So, have a quick test and do 3 or 4 things and then see which one crops up. If you are smelling first, most, and if you are hearing things the most, then use that. That's your gateway. There we go. Yeah, they kick me off soon today. Yeah, they will. You got to listen. We all got to start paying attention. Right, I'm going to leave it there, my darlings. So I hope you've enjoyed this live stream and the Q&A. Thank you so much. I've really loved this live stream training all week. I've had the best time, literally had the best time. I hope I haven't bombarded you with too much information. I'm trying to give you as much as I possibly can. I hope you've enjoyed it. What I would like you to do now, if you want to continue this journey, is to come and be in the free Facebook group and stay with me to the end of this month. And you can just explore, get to know more, absorb more spirituality. Or if you're ready to go now into it, you can still stay in that free Facebook group and you can get started and take advantage of the massive discount and really go for it, okay? Really get yourself in there and really, get yourself excelled and understand why you have the beautiful gift that you have. It will be the best thing you ever focus on. In a world where everything's so uncertain at the moment with Corona and God knows what else, it's so good to focus on something that's actually going to enhance and change your life in the most beautiful possible way. All right? I'm going to love you all, leave you all there. Send you all so much hug and big kisses and loves. I will be live in the other group more over the month. So if you want to know more, get yourself in that group. And I'll send you all so much love. Good night. Mwah. Bye.